Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Sonic9 and welcome to a new video. And welcome to something that is new. Something new for me. Something new for the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you one of the big purchases that I have purchased recently. That I'm very happy that I made the purchase for. What you are looking at is Batocera, and I am using my brand new custom made mini PC which I bought recently. In case you're wondering where I bought it from, I'd like to give a bit of a shout out to, I believe, Humanoid Retro on YouTube. If you search him up on YouTube, you will find the guy I bought this from. He also has an Etsy, so go check him out, because seriously, he has some really cool tech that, if you're a gaming fan especially, you probably don't want to miss out on. Anyway, this is incredible in my opinion, because let me just say, if you have a favourite gaming console from past and somewhat present, you will more than likely find it on here. And we got some old stuff, like we got friggin' Acorn computers, we got Amstrad, we got Apple, old Apple at least. We got arcade machines, we got Atari games. Yes, even some of the more kind of modern Atari stuff, like the Jaguar. The Bandai stuff with the Wonder Swan. We got Pinball, we got ColecoVision, we got Commodore Amiga. Commodore 64, if you're an AVG fan, you'll know what that is. Amiga CD32. I'm just going to rattle off some of these. That you guys can pause the video if you want to have a closer look at some of these. But, you know, Game Master, LucasArts thing, Magnavox Odyssey 2, Intellivision, Vectrex, Microsoft stuff, MSX, MS-DOS. Xbox, yeah, original Xbox can be played on this, and 360 kind of, but more on that later. No idea what that is. Triforce, which is the Nintendo-based arcade system. NEC stuff to Super Graphics, PCX. Then we got Nintendo, so Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Game Boy Color, GameCube, DS, Wii, 3DS, Panasonic 3DO, Philips CDI, so you can kind of imagine what some games are on there. We've got some PC ports, Atomis Wave, we've got all the Sega stuff, so Master System, Genesis, Game Gear, CD, some of the arcade Sega stuff, Sega Saturn, 32X, Model 3, Dreamcast, the Naomi arcade stuff. Going further, Sinclair stuff, Neo Geo, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 3, Tandy Radio Shack. A lot of stuff. The Gamecom is on here. Friggin' Tomy Tutor. VTech stuff is on here apparently. Supervision. Just a ton of different game systems, and every system has got not a large selection, but a selection of games that you can play. And these are legit the full games, which is crazy to me. Tons and tons of games from tons and tons of systems. So if you're someone who, you know, like me, who grew up in the 3D era of gaming, but never got the chance to try some classics, like some NES here, you just click on it, and then choose the game you want to play. Got lots of different choices here, and what's cool is that every game on this menu has a screenshot and text giving you a bit of an indication as to what the game is. So let's go down, all the way down. This could take a while. Obviously, you can of course, you know, search via text. So if you wanted to you know, search specifically for a game, you can do it that way, though I prefer to go up and down on this list. And we go all the way to SU. We're nearly there. Here we go. Yeah, Super Mario Brothers. Let's just play some Mario. And depending on the game, sometimes it can take a little bit to load, but here we are. And away we go. We are playing Mario. Emulation-wise, on a lot of these older systems, I think are pretty much one-to-one with the original games, you know. You know, I don't think you're going to have too many issues playing NES games, honestly. By the way, I'm using the controller that came with the system. Surprisingly, works quite well, honestly, considering it's a cheap knockoff PlayStation controller. But for what it's worth, it works surprisingly well. We'll just do a couple of levels. We're not going to make this a whole thing a Mario playthrough. Ugh. Trust me, I am good at Mario, don't worry. Yeet! And of course, let's be honest, everybody does the game this way. Don't lie and say you didn't. But yeah, so obviously when you're done playing a game, you just press both select and start at the same time, and it almost instantly takes you all the way back to the menu, and you can play something else. So say we want to go up a generation, we go to Super Nintendo, and let's see, what have we got here? We want to play friggin' Wolfenstein 3D, just as an example. And just like that, we are in Wolfenstein 3D. I'll skip through the dialogue. Here we go. Don't mind me. Get out of here. Oh, I'm getting hit by someone. Okay, I am getting wrecked by these soldiers here. Ugh. Oh boy. You can't hit what you can't see! Haha! Ah, and I died. So yeah, again, once you're done, both start and select. Just like that, we're back into the main menu. Let's say you want to play a bit more of a modern game. So we want to go up to... we'll go to Dreamcast, just an example. And say you want to play Sonic Adventure. Again, just as an example. Now, I should stress, as you saw right there on the menu, some of the games did not have art or a screenshot or whatever, or have text. That's because some of these games, you are able to add, if you connect it to the internet, you are able to add screenshots to each of the games in the menu. Yeah, look at that. And just like that, we are playing Sonic Adventure.
Select a file. Select a character.
Yeah, and look at the 3D models actually don't look too bad, honestly, considering.
Let's get him!
Again, look, graphically, you know, for a game system like this, it's running really rather well, like considering. Now, I should stress, in the settings, you are able to change the emulator that you use on each game system. So,
oh yeah!
Oh.
What's up?
L1 apparently speeds up the game. You know what? Well, yeah, we'll speed up this because we obviously can't skip cutscenes. But yeah, depending on the emulator that you use, your results will vary on the games that you play on. So obviously, some emulators will run games better than others. In which case, Sonic Adventure here is running remarkably well, I must say. I don't really see any graphical glitches. And this is the same for PlayStation as well. PlayStation 1 ran really well for a good chunk of the games. I will say not every game is perfect, but again, your mileage will vary depending on you know what emulators you use.
Hey, I'll play with you.
Yeah, and I would say for most, if not all games, or all emulators on this system, you can, you know, speed up and slow the gameplay if you find it is dragging. So yeah, I think we're gonna do one level of Sonic Adventure. One more game after, just so you guys have a good indicator as to, you know, whether or not this system is for you or not. Like I say, I will link the guy's channel in the description of this video if you guys are interested in potentially getting these. I should stress they aren't cheap, but considering the kind of technology you're getting here, I'm not surprised they are with the price that the guys are asking for, which is fair considering. Now, I did say earlier that Xbox and Xbox 360 was PS3. Yeah, if you're getting one of these systems and expecting to play a lot of the modern system stuff, you're going to be disappointed, I will say, because I don't think with the technology that we have at the moment, or at least with my current PC, yeah, you're not going to get the best results. You're not going to be able to play, I don't know, Sonic Unleashed, the 360 version of Sonic Unleashed on this system and run it like flawlessly. We are not at that point yet. Like, for example, one of the games that was preloaded on this system when I got it was the Simpsons game. Yeah, that game does not run like at all, and it doesn't even matter if you try and change the emulator. Like both versions. One version of the game absolutely chugs, like frame rate.
Jump on panel number 1. It will
And then
take
the
you to
other,
panels 2 and 3. Jump as soon as you land on a
and
panel or
the
touch
other,
will fall.
just when you get into gameplay, it just shows everything as a blank screen. Like the hood elements are perfectly fine, but everything else is just non-existent. And yeah, like I said, I really wouldn't get this if you're trying to play PS3 or 360. Like, it's more of a bonus. If you really think about it, like the fact that they even run in the first place is really impressive.
Yeah, not bad.
But obviously, again, your mileage will vary depending on what kind of PC that you get for your gaming setup. Obviously, mine's just a mini PC, but if you custom build your PC, you might be able to get PS3 and 360 games.
I'm just glad you...
On Botto Sarah. Okay, and we'll be right back.
Few inches later.
Right, I do apologise about that, everyone. The whole thing just decided to crap out on me. It just crashed. So, yeah, it is. Like I said, it's not perfect, this system, but for what it's worth, and the fact I can play all these games is still really, really cool. And for the last particular game, let's see. Last particular game. Let's do some Crash to Insanity. Again, to show off how impressive this all is. I'm not going to show 360 or PS3 because, again, really does not like 360 and PS3 games. Or at least this model doesn't. But PS2 and GameCube, and even Wii, surprisingly, actually all run pretty damn well. Which, again, is very impressive, considering. Obviously, again, you may need to make some adjustments to the emulation that you decide to do in the settings. You may have to do some tinkering in the settings to get it to work properly, but here we are on the PS2 with Crash to Insanity, a game that in the past has been quite a difficult game to emulate. As many will know, sometimes there will be some major graphical glitches, especially with like the sky and whatnot. But for what it's worth, this emulation is really, 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 really well done. I think we're running on 2x resolution for Crash to Insanity here, and look at it. You know, considering we was just playing an NES game, a Super Nintendo game, and now obviously a PlayStation 2 game, this system is really, really quite good. And I would say if you've got the money, I would consider getting one of these, honestly. But again, obviously, it is not perfect. There are a few hiccups here and there, but nothing super distracting, honestly. As long as you don't completely like mess up your settings and like cause games to like straight up not load. But for what it's worth, I think we do have a winner here. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just going to be picking up some of these gems, because I'm not going to lie, every time I play this game, I do go for the gems, because honestly, ow, Honestly, it is actually kind of fun in Crash to Insanity, where you're roaming around every island and picking up all the gems. Because the gems actually give you extras. Now I should definitely stress, if you've already got a lot of these games on like original hardware and you know, you've got the original systems and you've got the original hardware, I would maybe think twice. If you've got the ability to play the original games and play them on original hardware, maybe stick to original hardware for now. Or at least wait until we start getting even more systems, or PC systems at least, that can run these games like perfectly. But as a whole, as someone who, you know, is getting into this whole emulation scene, as a bit of a newcomer, I am very impressed with what Humanoid Retro was able to do with this little computer system here. Again, obviously, I will link the original, not the original. I will link the guy's YouTube channel in the description if you are curious about, you know, learning more about the system or potentially thinking on getting one of these systems at some point. Maybe, you know, maybe as a Christmas present, potentially. Because, you know, Christmas is coming up. Ugh, this barrel. I want to get this gem before I finish. There we go. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this here. If you guys are interested in seeing more of this console, or at least see some more videos from this system, please do leave a comment below. As you know, now that I've got this system, I do now have the ability to actually play more games, more older stuff especially. You know, so if you guys have any requests for games that you might be interested in me tackling for the future, you know, please do leave a comment below. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.